Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
All right, welcome to Companies to Watch. My name is Emaad Akhtar, but I'm not in the hot seat today. The man who is sitting right opposite me. His name is Dan Koh. Good morning.
Good morning, Emaad Akhtar. Good time that we're having here so far in this wet Tuesday morning. Thanks a lot for joining me on Companies to Watch. That's a segment where we spotlight and stock you up with ideas of listed companies that will call for your attention. So we're looking at market trends to risks, as well as hidden gems or warning signs to steer clear of. 8855-0893 and tell us whether you think it's going to be a hot or not. All right, Emaad. Today, we're staying at home. We're not traveling out. We're staying in our home. We're going to be looking into our Singapore exchange. And that's because just recently, a stock has hit a monumental milestone right here at our home ground. What is big, red, and has a lot of money?
It's a bank known as DBS.
Yes, very good, Emaad. Tested you the last time. You got it right this time round.
Yes.
Yes. And just recently, DBS Group Holdings announced that it has become the first listed company in Singapore to top $100 billion in market value.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it is.
We've come so far, right? For a little red dot like us to hit this amount of value.
Yeah, that's a big, big milestone.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to just take a look back and just, give credits to how far they've come. So it's all thanks to the softer US currency that helped amplify gains on the local stock market. So if we take a look at how they've performed so far, the Southeast Asia's top lender gained as much as 0.9% on the Singapore trading yesterday, and is trading at a market capitalization of $100.4 billion US dollars, extending its gains this year to more than 4%. So like I've attributed to earlier, the advance in DBS's shares was thanks to, an increase in US dollar terms and driven by the weaker greenback. And so far this year, the Singapore dollar has appreciated about 6% against the US dollar.
Yep, that's not insignificant.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weaker greenback, by the way, is expected to continue. It looks like a trend that's going to perhaps go into 2026.
Yes, that is very likely. So what better time to go to America today?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to go through the rigmarole of U.S. immigration, sure, yes.
Okay, I'll pass on that for now. Okay, all right, Emaad. Now, at the current market value, DBS ranks about 22nd among global banks, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. That's way ahead of Tokyo-based Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, but half that of HSBC Holdings. And the stock closed yesterday at about $45.49, up more than 3% year-to-date, just shy of its February highs of more than $46. So the milestone comes after the city-states lenders pledged in recent months to hand over billions of dollars in surplus capital to investors, encouraged by record high earnings last year. In fact, DBS in particular has benefited from increases in lending and wealth fees. Other than DBS, Singapore's based CE is the only stock listed in New York that has reached this valuation before, $100 billion mark. So CEO Tan Su-shan, who has taken charge of DBS in March from Piyush Gupta after his 50-year reign, said that, the bank seeks to benefit from the supply chain changes undertaken by its clients and increase the demand for hedging foreign exchange exposure amid U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff moves. So we're seeing how, a lot of these family offices, as well as rich individuals, high net worth individuals, just putting the cash and plowing the cash into DBS and allowing them to benefit from this increase in lending and wealth fees.
Yeah, they are apparently, I'm looking now on the internet, the third largest wealth manager in Asia, excluding mainland China.
Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't that crazy?
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah, considering how small we are as a capital.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yes, this certainly does paint a very rosy outlook for them. I mean, despite Trump's tariffs, DBS added that the environment remains relatively gentle for Singapore banks, which are increasing share dividends and buybacks more than they would have expected a year ago. So according to data compiled by industry publication Asian Private Banker, DBS, yes, like what you've said, is the third largest wealth manager, and net new money for its business catering to the rich came in at $21 billion last year, demonstrating the strong inflows that have exceeded $20 billion for the past 3 years through 2024.
Incredible, yeah.
So yes, it's only going to go up from here. And in fact, Citi has placed a buy call on the stock with a raised target price of $47. It's worth mentioning that DBS is the only buy-rated name among the three banks by Citi. So that says something.
That says a lot, yes.
Yeah, so many highlighted that DBS's commitment to capital returns and its safe haven status helps to provide cushioned downside balance sheet risks that we're seeing as a result of tariff-induced risks within the markets today. So with that, I'm probably going to go with a hot for DBS. I'm
going to go with a hot as well.
Yeah. And that's a good call rating because that's almost in line with most of the research investment firms we're seeing here. CGSI Research, OCBC Investment, Phillips Securities and RHB Research giving it a buy rating, while Maybank Research and UOB Kay Hian giving it a hold rating.
We need to investigate. Why are they giving DBS a hold?
Maybe because valuations are maybe a little bit high. Yeah, but then again, there's still some upside for the bank here. And as long as you do your fair amount of research, you might be convinced as well. So yes, that would pretty much do it for our stock in focus today, DBS. Now, did you know that DBS Bank was spun out of the Singapore Economic Development Board on 1st September 1968 to initially oversee industrial financing?
No, I did not. I know that they launched in the 60s, but I did not know the fact about the EDB and industrial financing. Yes.
Yeah, and today they're widely recognized as Asia's best for international banking, high net worth, and family office services. So what does DBS stand for, Emaad?
Development Bank of Singapore.
Very good. So what do you call a banker that has no friends?
A bankrupt person.
What? A loner.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Not bad, huh?
That's not bad.
You got one?
I don't, actually, unfortunately.
Well, I guess you'll stay a loner then.
Even if I did, I don't think I could top that one.
Oh, yeah. But yes, that's all we have for today's Stock in Focus, DBS.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.